Hello everyone, welcome to Crochet Chronicles. I am Ishwarya and this is episode 5 of Crochet for Absolute Beginners. Today we are learning one of the most important and foundational stitches in crochet, the single crochet. This stitch is the backbone of many beautiful projects like scarves, pouches, and even stuffed toys. This is the first stitch that you learn after learning how to make a crochet chain, which I covered in episode 3 of this series. Let's get started. We will be working with a weight for acrylic yarn. I am using Ganga Desire and a 4.5 mm crochet hook. Step 1, slip knot. I have shared how to make a slip knot in a slow and detailed manner in episode 2 of this series. I'll just take you through it again quickly. Place your yarn over the two fingers and wrap it around your fingers and form an X. Now remove your two fingers from within. In the next step, we will be pulling this working yarn. Insert your fingers and now pull the working yarn. Our slip knot is now ready. We will now attach it to our hook and pull. Step 2, foundation chain. I have discussed how to make the crochet chain and how to hold your yarn and hook in episode 3 of this series. Now we will start making the chain. How many chains do you need to make a single crochet? For example, if you want to make 10 single crochets, then you have to make 10 plus 1 number of chains. If you want to make 5 single crochets, then you have to make 5 plus 1 single crochets. I want to make 10 single crochet, so I will make 10 plus 1, that is 11 chain. Let's go! Keep your hook parallel to your yarn. Now place your hook over the yarn, then under the yarn and pull. Your first chain is ready. Over, under, pull. Now, counting forms an important part of crochet. As I mentioned before, I want to make 10 single crochet. So, I need 10 plus 1 number of crochet chains. So, let's count. Now, how do we count? We will be counting these V's that have formed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Please note that you never count the loop which is on your hook. This is not a chain. For counting the chain, you need to count these V's that have formed. Now, as we have counted, we have 10 crochet chains, but I want to make 10 single crochet. So, I need 10 plus 1 number of chains. So, I will make one more chain. Parallel, over, under, pull. So now I have 11 single crochet. Now let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. We have 11 chains and so now we can start making the single crochet. Since this forms the base of the single crochet, this is known as the foundation chain. Let's get started. Now we will be working our first single crochet stitch in the second chain from the loop. Now what does this mean? If you look closely, this is the first loop from the hook. This is the second chain. We will be working in this chain, that is the second chain from the hook, to form our first single crochet. Now this is why we had made an extra chain while making the foundation chain. I repeat, we will be forming our first single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Let me show you again. This is the first chain. This is the second chain. We will be working in the second chain. Now, where will we be inserting our hook? If you look closely, there are two lines to this V. We will be inserting a hook into the V which is away from us. That is this one. Let me give you a closer look. We will be inserting a hook over here. For the sake of clarity, I have used a bulky yarn so that the chains are bigger and you can see clearly where you need to insert your hook while making the single crochet. Now this is your chain which forms a V. You have to insert your hook in this loop, that is the line of the V which is away from you. If you lay your chain flat, then you will notice that this is the V of the chain. Now this line of the V is closer to you and this line of the V is away from you. To make a single crochet, we will be inserting a hook in this particular loop, that is away from you. This is also known as the back loop. Let's get started. As mentioned, we will skip the first chain from the hook and work in the second chain. Now, take your hook and insert it into this loop. Now, take your hook, take it under the yarn and use your hook to pull this thread through this loop. This process is known as pulling up a loop. Now, we have two loops on a hook. Now we take a hook, we'll place it over the yarn, then under the yarn, and then we will use a hook to pull this yarn through both these loops. This is a single crochet. Now let's make the second single crochet. Take your hook, insert it in the loop. Now pull up a loop. Now we have two loops on a hook. Now we will take a hook, place it over the yarn, then under the yarn, and we will pull this through both these loops. This process is known as yarn over. I want to show you how to make a single crochet on a more bulky yarn so that you can see the stitches clearly. We will be working in this particular chain. So we will insert our hook into the loop like this. We will take our hook, place it under the yarn and use the hook to pull up a loop. Make sure that you make these loops nice and loose so that it is easy for you in the next step. Now we will yarn over. That is, we will take our hook, place it over the yarn, then under the yarn, and now we will use our hook to pull through. Our single crochet is ready. Let's repeat. We will be inserting, then pull up a loop. You now have two loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both the loops on your hook. Our single crochet is ready. Let's repeat one last time. Take your hook, we will insert it. Let me show it to you again in detail. We will insert it in this particular loop. Take your hook, insert. Now pull up a loop. You now have two loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both the loops. Now let's make the third single crochet. Take your hook, insert it into the chain. Now take your hook, take it under the yarn and use your hook to pull up a loop. Now you have two loops on your hook. Now we will yarn over. That is, take a hook, place it over the yarn, then under the yarn, and then use the hook to pull it through both the loops. We now have 3 single crochet. And how can we count them? If we look from above, we can see 3 V's. 1, 2, and 3. Let's try again. Insert under the yarn and pull up a loop. Now yarn over and pull through both the loops on your hook. Our 4th single crochet is now ready. Let's try again. Take your hook, insert it into the chain. Now take your hook, take it under the yarn and use your hook to pull up a loop. You now have 2 loops on your hook. Now yarn over. Now what is yarn over? Take your hook, place it over the yarn, then under the yarn, and now use your hook to pull this yarn through both the loops on your hook. Your 5th single crochet is now ready. Let's continue making till the end of the chain. Let's try together. Insert, pull up a loop. You now have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through both the loops.
I'm all about words, but it sounds like you're envisioning an instrumental piece that truly captures a calm. DJ ambience, since this one's not about lyrics, I'd suggest imagining.
Our 10 single crochets are now ready. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, if you don't get the correct count in your first attempt, it is alright. It is possible that you could have skipped a chain or two, because as a beginner, our stitches tend to get very tight or very loose and we can skip them. But with practice and with continued effort, you will get there soon. Now, in the next step, we will learn how to make more single crochets on top of this single crochet so that we can increase the length of our panel. So this is row 1 of single crochet. Now we will move on to row 2. For row 2, we will make 1 chain, that is chain 1. Now take your hook, place it over the yarn, then under the yarn, and now use your hook to make a chain. This forms a chain 1. This is known as the turning chain. Now why is it known as the turning chain? Because you use this to turn your work. What does turning your work mean? So now we will take a hook and we will, as the name suggests, turn our work like this. Let me repeat this point. This is how we had started. Now we made a chain and now we will turn our work. And now we will start making row 2. Now let me show you that where will you be inserting your hook row 2 onwards. This is your panel. Now if we place it and look it from the top, then we will notice that there are these V's. We will not be working in this chain 1 which we have just formed. We will be working in these single crochets and we will be inserting a hook under these 2 loops, that is the V stitch of the chain. Let me show it to you in a closer form. We will skip this chain 1 and we will insert our hook under these two loops, that is under this V. Let's look closely. This is the single crochet, and we will take a hook and we will insert it under the two loops, under this V. The rest of the steps will remain the same. Now let's get started on row 2. Now we will skip the chain 1 which we had formed, and we will insert our hook into the first single crochet, that is under these two lines. Insert and pull up a loop. We now have two loops on our hook. Yarn over, that is over, under, pull, and pull through both the loops on your hook. Now we have formed the first single crochet of row 2. Now let's move on to the second one. Let's look closely. We will be inserting a hook into this space, that is under the V. Insert and pull up a loop. You now have two loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through both the loops on your hook. Second single crochet of row 2 is now ready. Third, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both the loops on your hook. 3 single crochets are now ready. Insert, pull up a loop. You now have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through both the loops on your hook. Now in the next one, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, and now we pull through both the loops. Insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, and now pull through both the loops on your hook. While pulling it through, make sure that your hook is facing like this so that you don't lose control of your yarn.
I'm all about words, but it sounds like you're envisioning an instrument.
And now we come to the last single crochet of row 2. This can be a little tough to insert and a little tight. Now this one can be a little tough and tight to insert. So look closely and insert. Pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through. Row 2 is also now ready. Now let's count our stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. We have 10 single crochets in row 2 as well. Now in a similar fashion, you can keep building row upon row as long as you desire. Chain 1 and turn your work. That is, take your work and flip it. And now we have to follow the same process as we did in row 2. As mentioned before, we will skip the chain 1 which we have just formed, that is our turning chain. We will insert a hook into the first single crochet of row 2 and we will pull up a loop. We will yarn over and pull through both the loops.
I'm all about words, but it sounds like
Let's make the last single crochet of this row together. Insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both the loops. Our third row with 10 single crochet is also ready. Now you can make as many rows as you want and build on top of this panel. Now I will make one more row and then I will teach you how to end your work, that is, how to seal it. Now we have completed 4 rows of single crochet. Let's count row 1, row 2, row 3 and row 4. Now I will teach you how to end your work. After you've completed the last row of your panel, make a chain 1, that is, and now take a pair of scissors and cut. Make sure to leave a substantial length of tail behind. And now take your hook and pull this through. This will create a knot. Your work is now sealed. Now, one of the advantages of making a panel like this is there are no wrong sides. Both the sides are right. This is side 1 for example and this is side 2. Both of them are identical. I want to also share one of the first single crochet panels that I ever crocheted. Now if you can look, there are stitches, some stitches that are very loose. You can see that there are holes in between, which means that I have skipped a number of stitches. And these 2 rows are longer than these 2, which means I have also added a few stitches towards the end. And if you can look, the chains are also not very defined. So I am showing this to you to tell you that your first single crochet panel will not look perfect and your stitch count can be wrong. Some stitches can be very tight, some can be very loose, and your panel will not be a perfect rectangle or square. It can look something like this too, and it's perfectly alright. And if you can notice that these 2 ends are still loose and I didn't weave them in. So if you don't want to weave your in the beginning, it's okay. It's more important to concentrate on making a single crochet and practicing every day. After practicing making a single crochet for a number of days, in fact weeks, I decided to make my first project using single crochet, which was this pencil pouch. So once you master making the single crochet, you can make panels and you can make beautiful pouches, pencil cases and other accessories for yourself or your loved ones. What is a single crochet? In simplest terms, a single crochet or SC as it is written in crochet patterns is the shortest and the most compact stitch in crochet. It's like laying a tiny brick just one at a time, and then stacking them to build a beautiful solid fabric. This stitch is known as a double crochet in UK terms because there are two loops on the hook. However, in US terms, it is known as a single crochet because there is one yarn over. I stick to US terms for all my tutorials and patterns. Single crochet is super versatile. It's used when you want to make your project look neat, tight and structured. Let me share some projects which I have made using mostly or only single crochet. First up, we have this beautiful flower and butterfly wallet. Now all of this flower center and the main body of this wallet is made using single crochet. Next up, we have this wallet which I am currently using as my wallet, and this is made using single crochet, and these two pockets are also made using single crochet. This is a coin pouch or a card holder which I have made using single crochet and with little hearts. And lastly, we have everyone's favorite amigurumi. Amigurumi is made using only single crochet. So if you want to make cute keychains, stuffed toys and are a fan of amigurumi, then you should definitely learn single crochet. This squirtle keychain is also made using only single crochet. Now don't compare your current progress with these projects. This is one of the first single crochet projects that I made. This was a pencil pouch, and this is the first single crochet panel that I created. Now let's talk about tension, which means how tight or loose you're holding your yarn and making your stitches. As mentioned before, if your stitches are too tight, it becomes difficult to insert your hook in the next row, and if they are too loose, the fabric looks uneven. Keep your hands light and don't pull the yarn too tightly after every stitch. Count your stitches at the end of each row. In fact, if you want, you can even count them mid-row. And if you feel stuck, pause and stretch your hands, and most importantly, do not aim for perfection. As I said before, it is okay if your stitches are too tight or too loose when you are practicing your first single crochet panel. Again, a reminder, this was one of my first single crochet panels. If you found this video helpful, then please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any other queries, please leave a comment or please let me know what would you like to see next. Till then, keep practicing and I'll see you soon. Happy crocheting. Bye.